Hey guys, welcome to another reading. Today we're taking a look at the message you really need to hear right now. Remember that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You can choose between 3 different piles today, and they are pile 1, Malachite, pile 2, Dalmatian Jasper, and pile 3, Tiger's Eye. Take a few minutes if you need to meditate on the piles. You can pause the video or you can just choose immediately, and then I'll see you in your pile. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the malachite crystal, so this will be your reading. Let's see your first card, what it is that you really need to hear right now. What other people say about you is their reality, not yours. It's interesting that you get this card with the malachite crystal because I feel lack of self-love here for you, pile 1. And I really mean in the best possible way when I say lack of self-love, because I don't think that that you are somebody who does not know how to love yourself. I think that you guys do, but maybe you have forgotten because of the pressure, because of the people you're surrounded with, maybe because of the phase in your life that you're currently going through. You have forgotten how to treat yourself properly, how to really be good to yourself. And I feel like there's a lot of commotion, a lot of rumors, a lot of talking, a lot of people's opinions that are really weighing heavily on you. And I really think that you're not hearing yourself properly. And for a lot of you from pile 1, I see that meditation can be a good antidote to this problem, because honestly what I'm getting is that you are paying attention way too much to what other people are saying, and you're not really clear on what your heart is telling you, what your opinion is about a certain subject, and where you see yourself in something. So I definitely feel like you have just been caught up in this commotion, this mix of different people who are trying to impose their own views on you. And I feel like you could benefit from some alone time and just getting your head straight. So I don't see this as a major problem or something that will be hard to solve. I really think that for a lot of you in pile 1 is just you finding some me time, some quiet space where you can meditate and contemplate, maybe write a journal to really get clear on what thoughts are yours and what thoughts are other people's, and what is your stance on that. So I feel like this is an invitation for you to maybe step away from some people, step away from some situation, or just go take a vacation, go on a retreat if you're in a situation where you can do that at the moment. So take some alone time. I think it will be good for you, pile 1. Let's clarify this to see what it is that you really need to hear right now, pile 1. What do you really need to hear right now? Okay, we have the skull endings. What it is that you really need to hear right now, pile 1. And we have cowrie shell abundance. Wow. So I actually like this very much because we see that some things in your life need to come to an end. Either it is the way that you treat yourself, or the way you allow other people to treat you, or maybe the situations you decide to interact with, or maybe just there is a phase of your life that is coming to an end, and you still haven't gotten the clarity on what you should do next. But the cards are saying this quite clearly. Something will end. And there is an opportunity for you to get great abundance from this ending, because every ending is a new start. Every ending is a new opportunity if you choose to look at it that way and act accordingly. So if you feel like there are some people that you need to leave behind, that there is a situation you need to leave behind, don't think that it will be a loss, because that loss will create a space for something new, something that might be even more aligned with you than the thing or people that you now, however, were. And don't listen to people who say that you won't be given what you desire, that you won't achieve what you set yourself for, because I feel like with the 11 here, that it's a confirmation for you that you are on the right path. So if you, Pal One, have any goal in mind, and you listen to other people who are trying to persuade you not to pursue that goal, I feel like you should stay on your course, even if that means that you will go about it alone. I feel like this is your confirmation that you are on the right path. And if you continue going down that path, abundance will follow. Following your heart is definitely a theme here, but there's also the notion that you should really be clear on what are your thoughts and your desires and your beliefs, rather than just listening to other people's beliefs, opinions, and just be very clear that you're not setting yourself up for failure because other people have lack of faith in you, because they don't believe they can do it, because that is the only reason they are saying that you cannot either. You need to bear that in mind. If they knew they could do it, they would say to you, you can do it too. But because they feel like they can't do it, they're trying to convince you that it's not possible. And it doesn't have to do anything. It doesn't have to do anything with you. Let's clarify this a bit more. I'm talking a lot today, I know, guys. I'm sorry. I haven't done an English reading for a while, and I guess just it needs to come out. Let's see. What is Pile 1? What do Pile 1 need to hear today? What did they really need to hear today? We have release. Wow. Again, the death card underneath the oracle card that basically has the same meaning as the death card. Okay, this is double confirmation. So endings, transformation, and freedom. What else? I have 7 of Earth, investment, assessment, and patience. And 9 of Water, beautiful, wishes, dreams, and happiness. So your message is blatantly clear here, guys. I really wish you would understand how much I understand your position, because this is literally something I went through, and in certain areas I'm still going through, but it's basically the same notion. So in order for you to get where you want to be, you have to let something go, something that is probably very valuable, at least from your perspective, and you feel like the place where you want to go doesn't have that thing available to you. Whether that is money, that is friendship, support, or whatever you think that you may lack if you pursue your goal. And everybody around you is acting and talking and behaving as if that is the case. And it's no wonder that you are doubting your decision, whether you should listen to your heart or you should listen to what other people are saying. But basically, what we see with the Seven of Earth, reassess everything. Take your time to really sit down, quiet your mind, and listen to your true heart's desire. And then from that point on, be very clear on what do you need to do? How do you need to invest your time, your energy in order for you to attain that wish? Because everybody's going to have an opinion, and their opinion is based on their previous experiences, their upbringing, and their belief system. And if you know anything about belief systems, is that they shape your reality. And that is a good thing because that allows us to function on a daily basis. However, belief systems can be changed, especially if they're not beneficial for us, which is exceptional news, because if something is not working for you, Palwan, you can change it so that it does. And it does take time, it does take some effort. But with a certain number of, let's say, coaching sessions or just reaffirming of your new reality, your new belief system, you can actually get there. So basically what we're seeing here is that you will have to invest certain time and energy into the thing you want to achieve. But in the end, it will be worth it because it does bring this beautiful happiness. It will bring you that which you wanted all along. The wish of your heart, it will be granted. But it does require you to leave behind a certain mindset that is keeping you stuck. And this is something that happens very common. So don't worry, Palwan. You will deal with this. I know you will. It's just, I guess you needed to hear this today. You probably have been overwhelmed by the opinions of others, and I feel like this reading has come at the right time for you. Just allow yourself to be alone for a day or two without anybody intervening with your thinking. Find that peace inside of you. Use meditation, use ASMR, whatever you feel that brings you peace. You can go for a jog, you can do yoga, you can do whatever quiets your mind. I sometimes do cooking or cleaning because that really quiets my mind. It purifies me from obsessive thinking. And whatever it is that works for you, do it. And then when you get clear on what it is that you really want, see what is keeping you stuck from not being able to move in that direction. Because I gotta say, Palwan, your wish will be granted, but you have to go for it. You have to strive for it. It will not land in your lap. You need to do the work in order for this to come to you. This is your message, Palwan. I hope it resonated, and I hope that it came in the right time because I feel like it did. And do let me know in the comments. I would really like to hear your feedback about it. Was it helpful, and what it is about? What are you trying to do, or what wish are you trying to fulfill for yourself but are very very stagnant about it because other people have so many opinions about it. I hope this helped, and I do wish you get your goal at the end. Until next time, Palwan. Bye. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this Dalmatian Jasper. So let's take a look. What is it that you really need to hear right now? True intimacy is not purely physical. It's looking into each other's soul. And we have the number 22. Beautiful. So I don't know from which countries you guys are watching, because I'm from Croatia. That's in Europe. And I do follow a lot of the situation that is going on in America and Great Britain. We in Europe are very well informed about other countries. So what I'm really noticing about the Western, or maybe better yet, like the America and Great Britain, all the very very successful states and in terms of economics, that are mostly in the West, is that there's a deterioration of certain values that make man man and woman woman. And I'm all for everybody doing whatever the heck they want. I'm all up for that. But at some point, we need to recognize that maybe the things we're doing are in direct opposite with what we are wanting to achieve. Let me clarify this. Let's say you want a stable, long-lasting, monogamous relationship, and yet you as a person are just going around having casual, let's say, fun with random strangers in hopes for you to really find that one person that you are looking for. I'm not here to judge. Hey, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to tell you what I see as the main issue with most of my female clients, is that they're ready to give themselves up too easily because they feel that if they get that physical connection with a guy, they will instantly get the intimacy, that the guy will be in love, that he will be attached, that he would want something more. And that is just not how it works, especially not for guys. We as women get easily emotionally attached after we have that types of connections with a guy, especially early on in a relationship where the chemistry in your body is different, and because of it you feel so very close and attached to a guy. But that is not love, and this is where we get it wrong, because you don't see the other person clearly. You don't see them for who they are. You see them through the chemistry that is different in your body. And I know a lot of you might get triggered by this, what I'm saying, but I honestly don't really care. It's not that I'm insensitive. It's just I've been a similar type of woman before, and I know how it didn't do me good at all. And it took me a while to actually get things back on track so that now I'm able to live happy life with my partner because of it. So if you want to take my experience, it's fine. If not, you don't have to. It's just an opinion. It's just one of the ways that somebody can find someone. So it doesn't have to be the only way. And what I found was that we as women, we think that we want to give everything to a guy. We want to surrender. We want them to be there for us. But in the process of doing that, we just give too much of ourselves way too early. Before the guy has really shown interest and shown us that he has the same values as we do, that he has the same vision of the relationship as we do, and then we end up getting hurt. The guy doesn't commit, he's being flaky, he even ghosts at the end, because we didn't give it enough time to really get to know the guy. We just jumped into the physical part of it. And okay, it's fine, you can do that, but it does cloud your judgment. So if you could do it without clouding your judgment, it would be a lot easier. But then again, if you are not able to see who he is, then the question remains, why are you going into a relationship with somebody who you don't even know? You don't know what he values, what he's searching for, what he's like, how he behaves around certain people. You don't know anything about that person, and you just give everything to them so easily, like on a platter, because you feel like getting intimate on a physical level is intimacy, but it's not. Getting to the deep inner core of somebody, to see who they are and why they are who they are, to really understand where they came from, what are their aspirations, why they made certain choices in life or didn't make some choices in life, is the part that creates intimacy. And intimacy contains vulnerability. And if you can't see somebody, if you can't see their weak sides, and if they can't show those sides to you, then you basically don't have intimacy with a partner. You only have physicality. And being physical and being intimate are two different things. And I feel like you guys feel this if you're still here listening to my banter. Sorry. Like I said to the pile one, I haven't done a reading in English for a long time, and I just feel very talkative today. So if you're still here and feel just an ounce of truth in my words, maybe it will not be such a bad idea to investigate the founding principles of life called yin and yang, male and female energy. And those principles hold the basic definition of how to make a successful relationship. But unfortunately, nobody, and I won't say nobody, but a lot of people don't talk about it. At least they don't present it as such. And if you were to look into any of the spiritual or religious texts, it's always this dance between the yin and yang, the Shiva and Shakti, the sun and the moon. Those are two basic principles in life, male and female. And the dance between them is what makes life wonderful. And the problem I see today in today's society is that women have become men. They have started to behave like men. And this is what makes everything very hard. I'm not here to say that men are perfect. Don't say that, because I know there will be some of you who will automatically come to that conclusion. But I'm just saying, do not give yourself up to a man who is not a man. And be a woman that can really be that man's woman, if that makes sense. Live up to your full role that you have been given, whichever role it is, male or female, it doesn't matter right now. Because if you are doing anything other than that, you're falling short of the most beautiful experience in life, and that is pure intimacy and love. And I do wish you guys to find your way out of it, because I know that I have struggled with it immensely. But thank God that I was given that lesson, because today I'm able to help so many people with this topic. But I primarily do it with clients here where I live because it's easier. I still haven't haven't started doing it on a more broader perspective. But if it comes a time for that, that will probably happen as well. So why don't I pull a few more cards, because I've already talked too much on this one card, but I basically can talk about this for days. And it's so important to understand those basic principles because they apply to everything in life. And really, I encourage you guys to just go look at some videos that explain the basic two principles of yin and yang, and just hear about it. Open your mind to it, or if you already know it, take another look and see how that might apply to your relationships. You might find something useful in that. Let's see what you really need to hear right now, pal, too. And again, I do have to state that it's very interesting that you got the Dalmatian Jasper with the black spots here. It's like the two different principles, black and white. And again, everything is black and white here. So we have smiley face, joy. And we have mirror, reflection. So what I'm getting from this, pal, too, is that sometimes we do need to take a good look into the mirror. Because if you're not happy with your relationships, maybe it's not all about the other side. Maybe it is something that you are doing as well. This is not trying to cast a blame at you, but let's take it from a scientific approach. If I've tried something 10 times and the result that I got wasn't satisfying, maybe I should change the parameters of the thing I'm doing to see if I can get a different result. And it is the same principle that you can apply here. Because if you are continually changing partners, moving from one to the other, or maybe not even getting a chance to have a relationship because the other person runs away before you even get the chance, maybe it is something on your side that needs to change in terms of maybe you're choosing the type of people who usually do that. Maybe your belief system does not support you finding a proper partner for yourself. Maybe you're looking for somebody in the wrong places. Maybe you're presenting yourself the wrong way. It can be a various number of reasons why things aren't working the way you want it to. But instead of maybe blaming the other side and thinking, oh, every guy's the same, every girl's the same, maybe think about what type of a guy or a girl would I want for myself? And the most important question that comes after that is, who would I have to be in order to attract that guy or that girl? Because sometimes we're not ready to admit to ourselves that we might be doing something off as well. And I feel like the happiness and the joy of relationship is not so far away for you to pile to. That's the important part. And maybe I should have started with that. But I feel like you're not that far away from finding the person you really want to be with long term, and who can give you everything you want, even the intimacy you are so craving here. But you gotta change something. That is the main message. Let's pull some more cards. What does Pile 2 really need to hear right now? We have 9 of Air, negativity, worry, sleeplessness. We have the Queen of Fire, intelligent, exuberant, determined. And we have Strength, courage, compassion, and perseverance. You know, I do have my own deck of cards, um, which are called My Way Tarot. And I have the card for strength, which would fit perfectly into your reading. Let's see if I can get it. I want to show you. So here we are. So this is the strength card in my deck. You can see this girl looking at herself in the mirror. So my deck was inspired by my path, obviously. That's why it's called my path. But the ultimate strength that I feel a person can attain is to know their weaknesses and admit to oneself, this is where I'm weak. This is the situation that I must change at the moment if I wish this thing to progress for my highest good. And it does require certain humbling of oneself to be able to do that. Because if we only take ourselves as somebody who is doing everything perfectly, and the other side is the one that is the blame, then we are really blind and egotistical. Again, not judging. I'm saying it from my own experience. That's why I can be candid with you guys, because I know how it is. And I feel for a lot of you, like this is the key thing. You need to take a good look at how am I contributing to this outcome that I'm currently having or that I'm constantly getting, which is not in line with the outcome that I want for myself. Because it cannot always be the other side. And if it is, then why am I constantly choosing that? Why can't I choose something different? And here is where you go down the rabbit hole, because you will find that there are certain beliefs, certain traumas, situations from your past that have shaped in you in such a way that you are inherently to choose these types of experiences without even knowing it. It's subconscious. But the good thing is you can change it. And I do feel that a lot of the things that are currently really weighing heavily on you, that are maybe even causing you to feel depressed, or maybe even make you feel like there's nobody out there for you, that you're gonna die alone, I can assure you, you are not, if you decide to take a good look at yourself and how you are contributing to this situation. And I feel like you as a person have so many qualities. You're the queen of fire here, but I feel like you have been taking yourself for granted. You have been just giving away all your richness, all your abundance, all your beautifulness to anybody. Instead, you should hold yourself up to a pedestal, but not in terms of I'm better than everybody else, but in a way that you should earn my trust, you should earn my respect, and you should show me that you are here for me and for this relationship. And you should prove to me that you are worthy of me engaging with you. And today, it is so easy to talk to everybody. Oh, you're such a queen, babe, you look beautiful. But then you act like you're nothing, like you're replaceable. You need to keep that crown, but not in a condescending way, not in a way, oh, he's 2 centimeters short, I don't care, I don't want to see him. Don't be spoiled, okay? That's not the point of it. Be reasonable, but also hold yourself up high. Don't make ridiculous demands, but also don't give yourself up for nothing. as well. And I feel like this is something that will utterly transform your life if you give yourself a chance. I really mean it, guys. I hope you didn't take this message the wrong way, because I feel like it's a tricky subject to talk about. People are easily offended and triggered by this, but that's exactly the reason why we need to talk about it, because there are a lot of misconceptions about it and nobody is actually happy with the outcome. And this is why we need to talk about it, find a better solution for everybody. I hope this resonated, Paul, too. If it did, please let me know down in the comments. I really like to hear your feedback on this topic. And how do you feel that this pertains to your situation? And if it does, did it affect any of your thinking or maybe the way you have perceived the situation before? I hope that I see you in the next reading as well, Pal, too. Till next time. Bye. Hello, Pal 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Tiger's Eye crystal. Just a heads up, I haven't done a reading in English for a while, so I might talk a lot today. I'm very inspired. I was very inspired with the previous two piles, so bear with me if you can. If not, you can see me in the next reading. Let's see what it is that you really need to hear today. Calm your worried mind. Inner peace begins with a relaxed body. So you've been very agitated, Pal 3. There's a lot of on your mind. We can see that from this card. However, what I find interesting here is that I see these hands like you're feeling powerless. It's like you cannot do anything about the situation. It's like it's easier to give up rather than to think of a solution. But what I'm mainly getting from this card is that because you are so worried about it, because you're playing events over and over and over in your head, or maybe the possible outcomes of the situation, because you're so obsessed with thinking about it, you're not in a capacity to actually think of a solution for your problem. And this is why this card says calm your mind, because no good will come out of stressing out of obsessively thinking. You cannot find the solution if you're just thinking over and over and over and over about the problem. You need to step out of the problem, get a broader perspective, and then see what would be a good solution for the issue in hand. And the first thing that you can do to calm your mind is to breathe. And I would recommend this to anybody, guys. Pranayama, if you don't know what that is, pranayama is the art of breathing from yoga. So these are types of breathing that regulate your nervous system in a certain way, depending on which pranayama you do. But if you do that, you directly calm your mind and then you calm your body. That's one way. So you can influence your mind either through pranayama or through exercise. Or the third way could be focusing on one thing, which would be meditation. So there are three ways about it: breath, body, and mind. So whichever of the three you choose, you're good. But choose something, because being worried in this way does not provide you results. And I feel like this is something you needed to hear today. And do something that helps you. Either go exercise, go for a run, or for a walk in the woods. Do some yoga, whatever calms you down, whatever helps you to clear your mind. You have such similar message to pile one, I think. I think they had it as well. But the reasons why you have it is probably different, but they had something very similar as you do, pile 3. So if you were drawn to pile 1, maybe you should check that out as well. But definitely you can do something about this, and with the calm mind, you will have a much better approach to the problem at hand. Let's take a few more cards to see what you really need to hear right now, pile 3. What it is that you really need to hear right now, pile 3. We have yield, patience. And we have phrases, motivation, never give up. Interesting. So what I'm getting with this is that it's like you're trying to find a solution to a problem, and it has to happen like within a day for some reason. And I feel like you're not giving yourself the time to properly assess your situation and to really think of all the possible ways that you can act so that you can present a good solution for this problem, whatever it is. And I feel that patience is required here. And if you are on some deadline, maybe thinking about getting an exercise, do a meditation or pranayama is a waste of your precious time. But actually it's not. Because the way you're thinking right now is not allowing you to be focused. And you can do a whole lot more if you're focused rather than being so overwhelmed with the enormous amount of thoughts that are draining your energy and that are really taking away your productivity here. So I feel like a 10 or 15-minute break doing exercise, pranayama, or meditation will get you a lot further than obsessive thinking. And this is why I feel like you need to calm down here. We have a little bug joining us here. So you need to calm down, slow down, and get that 15 minutes of calm. And then I feel you will have such shift in energy, and you will get such motivation to really resolve this situation. And I feel like it's just as simple as that. You don't need anything else. You don't need a miraculous solution. It will come to you after those 15 minutes. And if this is the case, pile 3, you can shut this video down instantly and start go meditating. Don't waste another minute watching this video. Go meditate. 15 minutes and then see if anything changes. You don't have to see the rest of the reading. This is your message. But if you do decide to stay, we'll take a few more cards, so don't worry. And I feel like all of your worries and troubles here will be gone like this. And you will get the motivation to really keep going and to resolve this situation. Let's take a few more cards. What does pile 3 really need to hear right now, if they're still here? If they haven't taken my advice and gone meditating. What do they need to hear? We have balance. So this is the Temperance card. We have compromise, self-control, and moderation. Wow, we have the Wheel, luck, progress, and change. And the Page of Earth, studious, prepared, and cheerful. I actually love this very much because what this is basically saying is that you're out of balance here, and I think you know it. You're falling so on the side of overthinking that it actually drags you down. It's not serving you and the situation. And I feel like you need to get back into balance. And this is why I said from the get-go, do something that will calm your mind, because your mind is overworking here. It's doing too much and it's not helping. And once you do that, your luck is going to change. So something will change and you will make progress. It will be like a lightning in the dark. It will just hit you like, I can do this, or you will get some inspiration to do something, an inspired action that will lead you to your resolution. And we see that with the Page of Earth. So something will shift, something will come. You see the letter here? So something will improve here. But you need to start balancing where you currently are in order for this to change. And I really feel that it will come to you in a split of a second. And it really doesn't take that much. 15 minutes, guys, really, that's all it takes. And at the end of it, I feel you will have something to attain, something to gain from this, because when we see the Page of Earth, it's something tangible. It's not big, it is small, but it's still something tangible that you can hold on to and see and say, see, I got something out of this. So I really feel like this progress will happen to you the moment you balance this obsessive thinking. And again, the Temperance card is also a card for patience, and this happened to pile 1 as well. They got the endings up here and they got the Death card underneath. So we got double confirmation for pile 1 as for you, pile 3 as well. And we see that there's an urge for you to really balance your energy and be a bit more patient. And things will improve from that point on. So, pile 3, you know what you need to do if you want to improve things. I hope that this helped. And if you are up for it, you can leave me in the comments. Tell me what this is about, what's troubling you, what are you thinking so obsessively about, and if you tried somehow balancing your energy and did it work at the end. Thank you again for your time, pile 3, and I hope that I see you in the next reading. Bye.